So, recently I was talking to my girlfriend about new video ideas. Since my first video was about MDMA, she said, "Why don't you make a series about different drugs?" And honestly, I was like, yeah, that's actually a great idea. So today, we're starting that series. And today's story is about a drug that makes people live an entire different life for about 6 hours. And when they come back, people say they never the same. Today's video talk about ayahuasca. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right though. Ayahuasca is a South American psychoactive used by indigenous cultures in the Amazon as a traditional medicine. Yes, sounds boring. Maybe you've done other psychoactives before, or maybe you just know many psychoactives and their reactions. But this one is different. This is not the mushrooms you find in a forest or the pills you get from the dealer in the street corner. This drug has massive effects. It's more than visuals and colors. It's a whole lifetime in another dimension. However, this drug has many side effects. Those who take ayahuasca can experience symptoms like vomiting, diarrhea, feelings of euphoria, strong visual and auditory hallucinations, mind-altering psychedelic effects, fear, and paranoia, but especially paranoia. For you to understand, I only know this drug because of a friend. I was randomly in a car with a friend and we were talking about cannabis or marijuana. And this one friend tells me that in Peru, there is this one drug that makes you sleep for around 6 hours, but you live a whole different lifetime. And I was like, this sounds interesting. That sounds like a video idea. So I decided to bring it here for y'all. One of the most common things people say after the experience is that it's hard to explain. Not because it's confusing, but because it changes you in a way that words don't fully capture. One person described it as the best and the worst experience of their life at the same time. Not fun, not relaxing, and definitely not easy. Before it even started, they were terrified. They thought about backing out again and again. They were afraid of what it might do to them, afraid it would change who they were forever. And in a way, it did. They described the experience as physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually intense. So intense that at times they wanted it to stop. They felt exhausted, overwhelmed, and completely out of control. It wasn't a gentle experience. It felt more like going through a battle. But at the same time, they described something else happening underneath. They felt like they were letting go of parts of themselves that no longer served them. Old fears, old emotional weight, things they had been carrying for years without even realizing it. Mentally, the experience forced them to face emotions they had avoided for most of their life. Self-judgment, fear, shame, memories they had pushed away. And that wasn't optional. There was no escaping it. But mixed in with that intensity, there were also moments of deep connection, moments of self-love, moments where they felt supported, not alone, even while going through something incredibly difficult. After it was over, they didn't feel like they simply came back to normal. They say the hardest part actually come after. Life looked the same, the world kept moving, but they felt different. They describe it as outgrowing their old self, like the person they were before didn't fully exist anymore, and there was no way to go back. Some people quit old habits, others changed relationships. Some completely rethought their life direction. For this person, it felt like a rebirth, painful, messy, but meaningful. And that's why they're very careful when talking about it. They don't recommend it casually, they don't describe it as something to do for fun. They say it's only for people who are truly ready to change. Because once you see certain things about yourself, you can't unsee them. Even now, they're not sure if they would ever go through it again. What I know is this: it changed how they see themselves, it changed how they understand their emotions, and it shifted the way they move through life. The world stayed the same, but they didn't. Well, if this substance is that crazy, you guys might be asking why people use it then. Well, curiosity, discovery, not for recreational use. Who they are, why they are. And the way it got famous, people start talking about it. I mean, I only know this substance because I was having a conversation with a friend and he randomly commented about it. And I was like, there's no way there is a drug that makes you sleep for hours and when you wake up, you're a whole different person. I mean, I needed to do some research, The way he explained to me sounded a little bit more different, but it's still an enigma to hunt. I hope y'all enjoy. Comment what substance I should talk about next. See you all in the next enigma.